Hey guys, I'm Victoria Hampton.
And I'm Nate Hampton. So today we're going to be talking about gut health and things to do about different gut issues, especially if you're going to be competing. And before we get any further, I am announcing that I am officially prepping and joining Victoria on the prep series.
We're gonna be hangry together. Yay!
She might not really like how much more food I get to eat than she does on prep, but
Yeah.
I'll hide that one. So the first tip that I want to give you guys isn't specifically tailored for people with gut issues. It's kind of the same for everybody. Is when you wake up, try to drink some water. That tends to help everybody. Like a lot of people tend to forget to drink water when you first wake up. Personally, I try to chug a bunch of water as soon as I start the day. In my case, it's because I do have gut issues. I personally try to clear out my gut as much as I can to get the day started.
Yeah, because a lot of people will wake up, get ready, and they'll drink coffee, and that's a diuretic. So if you haven't even introduced water into your system except coffee, you're gonna be more dehydrated, and you need something to help move your gut around.
Yeah, and especially if you're dehydrated, workouts aren't really going to be all that great, and probably you might get injured too. So just try to stay hydrated as much as you can.
Stay hydrated.
So the second tip, again, is for everybody. Anytime you have a meal, especially large meal, just try to take a 10-15 minute walk if you can. That really does help with your gut motility. You don't want to just sit around and just let it, like, sit, I guess would be the correct word.
Because it'll start slowing down, and if you've had a heavy meal and then you just lay down, it's just gonna be sitting there, and while yes, you might absorb about the same, you might actually get some gas and blockage occurring.
Actually, a lot of gas in my case if I do that. It's kind of like Thanksgiving dinner almost. A lot of people get like sleepy and tired after they eat a bunch. Well, maybe that won't be as much the case if you do go out for a walk after. So tip number 3, again, is something that everyone can use, is if you're gonna be eating throughout the day, say you wanna get 200 grams of protein, it's much better to split it up. You know, a lot of people already know that, but when you squeeze like all the protein into a short amount of time, that is really tough on your gut, just because you use a lot more energy to digest protein. Well, now all your energy is going to be going to your gut, just trying to digest, let alone gas that's to be coming out.
When you have a lot of protein intake at once, it actually slows down your gut, and you know your body's having to work overtime to break that down.
Yeah. Oh, and in my case specifically, I don't know if it's the same for everybody, but if I do bunch up a bunch of protein, I start feeling hot, really warm, and really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
A lot of times if I do have too much, again, if I have a lot of water right after, kind of helps a little bit, especially with the gas, but not as good a fix as splitting it up. So the next thing I was gonna talk about is a lot of people ask how long approximately they should wait after eating before working out. I mean, it's not really gonna apply for people that train fasted, obviously, first thing in the morning. But for me, I kind of recommend like around 1 to 2 hours, roughly. If you just eat a big meal right before going to the gym, you might think that you're gonna have a bunch of energy, but most of the time, blood is gonna be going to your gut to digest instead of your muscles. You might not have the best workout.
Throw up.
That
Mid squat.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Not the burrito.
But yeah, like in my case specifically, again with the short bowel, I'm always worried that I'm gonna end up needing to go to the bathroom while I'm training. No one really likes the feeling of getting into a workout, having to cut it, and then go back after you're done going to the bathroom. Like, it's hard to get back into the mindset. So for me, I try to do my best to completely clear out my gut before going to the gym so there isn't anything left to go to the bathroom with. And tip number 5, this one's a little bit more specific towards people with gut issues, is just having the correct, well, not correct, but having probiotics and having just bacteria in your gut. When you do prep, you start getting leaner and leaner, your gut bacteria is gonna start shifting and not really being where it needs to be. So probiotics can definitely help.
Yeah.
But in my case, I can't really digest as well as most people. I don't absorb very much, me having a shorter amount of intestines. So in my case, I need to try to eat the foods that have probiotics in it. Because if it's a capsule or gummy like a lot of people do, there's a pretty good chance that I might not even absorb half of it by the time it comes out the other end. But usually it's kimchi and yogurt tends to be the two that I stick with. She's having kimchi right now.
I am homemade. I usually, since I've never had an operation, nothing done to my stomach, like I got all my gut, I just do a regular probiotic supplement. So,
but yeah, that could be like really important for a lot of people. One that's kind of tied into that is having digestive enzymes. Normally you'd want to take it with every meal, but for me, I usually just kind of take it on bigger meals. It's not exactly optimal, but it'll still work. Well, so I want to ask you guys, do you guys like to train fasted or unfasted?
let us know in the comments down below. Also, I don't like doing cardio, so.
Neither do I. But like, comment, and subscribe if you guys are so kind. And please argue amongst yourselves about fasted or
Hash it out. Fight it out in the comments down below.
and hashtag it out as well.